What's happening, sports fans? Christian Pedersen here with San Diego Prep Insider, and I've got 5 things for you to already, or at least that I'm already looking at for the Division IV CIF San Diego section high school football season. Let's take to the division names and numbers first. A couple of changes from last year, so let's take a look. We got teams moving in, teams moving out. You can see right there at the top of it, rank-wise from last season, Palo Verde Valley, Fallbrook, Mission Bay, all being added from D5, as well as Calexico and Holtville, Monte Vista, and Kearney coming down from Division 4. Let's go through the top 5. First thing I want to know that I'm looking at this season is Westview and Ryan Herod, their quarterback. What is the senior going to be able to do? Baseball player, football player. He was their team leader in passing touchdowns last season with 16 as a junior. All eyes are going to be on Herod, the senior quarterback now. Palo Verde Valley and Mission Bay is my number 2 because that was last year's Division 5 championship game. And I always love, who doesn't love rematches are part of why we love sports so much. That would be an awesome rematch to look forward to. Some of these things are admittedly further off than others in terms of things I'm looking at, but the fact that until I hear otherwise, that rematch remains a possibility. I would love to see that. That is number 2 that I'm looking at. Number 3 is Fallbrook. I'm talking about Palo Verde. They barely survived Fallbrook last year in the playoffs, a 1-point overtime thriller. So Fallbrook, game of inches away from a championship appearance last year at the Division 5 level, moving up to the Division 4 level. They seem to be on an upward trend. They play a really tough league schedule. So, out of some of these Division 3, 4, 5 opponents, some of them get kind of saddled with losses that don't reflect their ability to win in their playoff division level. I'm looking at Fallbrook exactly for that. They're going to have a tough year, but it's always one of those iron sharpens iron, and it seems like I said, they're getting really, really close last year. Number 4 thing I'm looking at is Mission Bay and Coronado. These two are going to be squaring off week 0, week 1, whatever you want to call it. They open the season against each other, and that's going to set the table, at least as an initial litmus test, I believe, for, upper third, maybe a top 7-ish kind of teams, top 6, top 5, somewhere in that range in terms of what it's going to take to be in that race for Division 4 this year. Finally, what I'm looking at is the South Bay. Look up and down these numbers, or these teams. You got Montgomery, you got Hilltop, you got Sweetwater, you got Chula. It's a lot of really good teams in there, and there's bound to be some friendly fire. I think 2 of those teams really are poised. What 2 it's going to be, maybe only time will tell. We have so far talked to Hilltop. I recommend you go check that out. We actually had Francis Parker also on the show. Going to have most of these teams on here throughout the season, but from what we've gathered the last couple of weeks of summer being the Southwestern Passing Tournament with a ton of the South Bay there, this Division 4 race, we might see 2, maybe even 3 South Bay teams in it by the time everything is over. That's just 5 things I'm looking at. This is not the only things I'm looking at. For more, though, we will be discussing it as the season gets closer, myself and Colton Toll. So make sure you keep it tuned here at SD Prep Insider on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll talk to you guys next time.